Hello, prodigal siblings. It's Mama Cats, also known as Miss Kitty, on my channel. Not for entertainment purposes, because we do not subscribe to thought police or censorship here. Um, Welcome. And today we're going to shift gears a little bit. I am here to talk to you about Gerald the dolphin today. There are lots and lots of videos about Gerald the dolphin. This is not scrolling, but you get the point. Like, if you need to look it up, there's a lot. But I do have a video I want to share. It's from Dre OG Reacts. Now, as I said, I don't endorse anyone. I will tell you about people that I watch. I do subscribe to his channel. I really like his content, his commentary, his compilations, and he, of course, I don't agree with everything anyone says, right? So, but I do like him. So, he does his compilations. A lot of the videos that he reacts to are from TikTok, and Mama Cats don't really do TikTok. I mean, I don't go on TikTok, but I see TikTok videos. I see them through other people's compilations, but I don't go on TikTok. So, I'm going to share this video, and we can talk about, I can tell you about the girl. I can tell you her name and stuff after we share this. Okay. Let's watch.
Florida man claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. Let's talk about it. So Lee County Sheriff Department reported early one Monday morning of a man soaking wet on the shoulder of the beach, drawing blueprints in the sand. He was severely dehydrated and very disoriented. And what he told these deputies was he was taken against his will by a pod of dolphins and forced to work underwater with them and build these cities. So basically this big underwater construction project. And the man claimed that the dolphins approached him while he was swimming on the beach one day. And they escorted him to a site that was 40 feet below the surface, where they needed help building structures. And what I find interesting is that he told the deputies that basically the dolphins communicated him through a series of clicks. Now, y'all know it is actually very illegal to communicate with dolphins. It is said that dolphins hold secrets, of ancient secrets, and there is a way that you can, communicate with dolphins. Dolphins are very highly intelligent animals. And he basically said that the leader, that was orchestrating this whole project, name was Gerald, and that Gerald is what helped him breathe underwater. He said Gerald handled the breathing for him, which I'm assuming with some type of air pocket or air bubble. But like I mentioned before, he had drawn an elaborate blueprint in the sand when he had returned to surface. And the deputies described the blueprints to...
So, her name is Kennedy Jack 18. That's her TikTok channel. And she goes into depth to talk about, they didn't just take his word for it. They did some research. They ran some tests. The particles in his lungs were from deep, deep, deep in the water, and that you can't just come across this this substance. You couldn't get this into your system just by aspirating seawater. So, but what I want to talk about is the fact that we've been hearing that it's illegal to communicate with dolphins. And we were hearing that before the Gerald story, right? So, everyone's like, why is it illegal to talk to dolphins? This is what I want to say about that. It is not illegal for us to speak to parrots, speak to magpies, to teach chimps and gorillas how to sign so we can communicate with them. Anyone who has cats and dogs, we know that they understand English and we communicate with them. So, why would it be illegal for you to communicate with dolphins? They're mammals, for one thing. They're mammals, too. Um, so I'm going to say this. I do not subscribe. I don't need the government to govern over who I communicate with. You see what I'm saying? That's not what you're there for. That's not your call. That's not why you're in office. You're in office to handle things that come across your desk like the e-files, right? That's what I need the government to handle. That's what I need you to be governing over. I need you to lord your law over those people that you come across in the e-files. Not about if I come across a school, a dolphin. I don't even know if they called schools, but because they could be called a different thing. I don't know. But if I come across a dolphin in the wild and we decide to communicate, I don't need you to cite me a ticket or lead me off to jail because I talked to a dolphin. Come on, I need you to get on these laws that are coming up against the farmers. We need the farmers. We need them. They need to farm. And they need to be able to farm the way that they have been for hundreds of years. Not this new stuff that y'all got coming up so that they cannot even use their farmland or their seeds that they already have in possession. You want to be in there, deep in their pocket and have them buy seeds every year where they already know how to accumulate their crop and keep seeds to plant for their next crop out of what they already have. I need you to govern over that kind of stuff. I don't need you to be telling me I can't communicate with dolphins. Make it make sense. Okay, and then also, like later on in Dre's video, which I forgot to tell you the name of it, these moments feel like a simulation error. Later on in that video, he has a young lady who was in the military, and she says that the military uses dolphins in some of their teams to do different things. I forget exactly because I watched the video a few days ago. So I forget exactly what she said the dolphins were used for. But the point is that they're communicating with dolphins. So if it's okay for you to do it, then it's okay for me to do it. You can't have it both ways. But I do not subscribe anyway. I didn't give you that authority. I need you to do what you put in office for, and it's not about communicating with dolphins. It's not about that at all. It's about the PDF. I've been hearing people say PDF files and stuff like that, but that's what I need you for. I need you to have these corporations pay the taxes because that's what taxes were actually put into effect for. It was for it wasn't for income. I mean, we don't have income. We have wages. It was for income from a business. But instead, they flipped it. And so we're paying the taxes and they're giving them tax breaks where they're the ones that's making the money. We're living paycheck to paycheck, trying to get by, trying to, doing the juggle struggle and all of that, and paying taxes on everything we already purchased. So we shouldn't be getting taxed on our wages because we pay taxes on our food, our gas, all of our utilities. There's taxes on all of those things. Now I know different states have different, they do different things with what's taxed, because like here in Kansas, we pay property tax every year on our vehicles and on our dwellings. So like I know everybody doesn't do that. But what I'm saying is we are already paying taxes on everything that we're purchasing from our wages. So our wages shouldn't be taxed as well. And it was originally meant to be on income, which our wages are not income. That's our wage for, the cost of living, which is crazy in itself. But that's a whole nother thing. This is supposed to be about Gerald the dolphin, and if I can talk to him. I can, because I don't subscribe. And that's what I wanted to say about that. I have something to say about a lot of stuff. And so it goes into different things. But just tell me what you think. Tell me if you think that you should be able to talk to a dolphin if you come across it, if it wants to talk to you. I don't want him to kidnap me, but I would like to have a conversation. And I should be able to do that. So I will, because I can. Oh, so as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's Joshua 24:15. Just let me know what you think about what I said about Gerald the dolphin, and I'll get with you later. Holla back. Have a good one.